Hi, everyone. It's Jess here, co host of the Diabetes Digital podcast. And I just wanted to pop in. This is going to be a really short, quick episode because I have some announcements. So, there's a couple of announcements. And also, I want to let you guys know about our new event series that we're doing in collaboration with other amazing organizations. So, I'm going to share my announcements first and then let you know how you can register for our free virtual event series.
Welcome to the Diabetes Digital Podcast. I'm Wendy.
And I'm Jess, and we're best friends, registered dietitians, and diabetes educators.
Through our telehealth platform, diabetesdigital.co, we offer accessible and personalized virtual nutrition counseling for people with diabetes and prediabetes.
Visit diabetesdigital.co, that's C-O, to book your first appointment. We accept insurance and offer affordable self-pay options. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Hi, everyone. It's Jess here, and I wanted to come on to tell you that we have a couple of really exciting updates and two amazing free events coming up, and they're virtual, so anybody can attend. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, the first update is that we are moving this podcast to bi-weekly. So instead of having weekly episodes, we want to have more time to prepare for the episodes. We want to really be able to deep dive into different topics and take our time. And also, sometimes less is more. So you'll have more time to catch up on all the episodes because there will be less in your feed. So that is effective immediately. We're doing bi-weekly episodes. The other thing that we are doing is trying not to burn out. And what that means is that we're going to have to take breaks from the podcast. So July is going to be a month off from our pod. We're not going to record at all because we need breaks to refresh and recharge, and we don't want to burn out, and we want to be able to bring you the best of the best of the best. So July, there will be no episodes released, but we will be back in August, and we have an amazing lineup of guests and episodes. I'm going to share a couple with you now. So in August, we're talking about what supplements actually help diabetes. And this episode is going to be with the great Constance Brown Riggs, who is a pioneer in diabetes education and nutrition counseling. We co-wrote a book together, actually, about cultural foods for people with diabetes. So you're definitely going to want to check that episode out on August 7th. And then we are going to talk with Maya Feller, who is another incredible pioneering RD on non-nutritive sweeteners. It's a question we get asked all the time, with Splenda and Stevia and Sweet and Low. What do we think about them? What does the research say? So we're going to go into what the data says in terms of non-nutritive sweeteners for people with diabetes. From there, we're going to talk about 5 ways a dietitian can help you manage your diabetes, because we often find, and this can even be with doctors, they're not really sure how dietitians can help. And we figured, let's talk about it so that it's very clear, and it might encourage some of you to take the leap and work with a dietitian. And shameless plug, we would love it for it to be a diabetes digital dietitian, because we do accept insurance and we work with patients from all different cultures. So we'll talk about that. The next week, we're going to go into beverages and coffee that will not spike your blood sugars. So many folks want to know what they can drink that won't have an impact on their blood glucose. We got you, and we're going to cover it all in that episode. From there, in October and November, we're doing a pre-diabetes series. And the reason we decided to do the series is because we noticed that the majority of the people who sign up for counseling with Diabetes Digital have pre-diabetes. And we figured we want to go into everything that has to do with prediabetes, including the symptoms, how long does it take to reverse prediabetes, the best exercise for prediabetes, and also intuitive eating with prediabetes. So that'll be a whole series. And then last but not least, we have December, which of course is the holidays. So we are going to do a holiday series, 2 episodes in that series. One of them is going to be how to avoid overeating during the holidays. And the other one is our favorite holiday desserts for people with diabetes, because we have major sweet tooth and we know that you do too. So we want to talk all about it. So those are the updates on the pod. That's what's coming up. We are so excited. We're already planning and recording these episodes, but we're trying to pace ourselves better so that again, we don't burn out and we can bring only the best and the brightest episodes. So hopefully you guys will enjoy what we have coming up. The next thing I want to talk about is our event series. So you may have heard on our last podcast episode, we were plugging our free event that we were doing in conjunction with MIDI Health, which is a telehealth platform for people who are experiencing perimenopause and menopause. We had one of the founders of MIDI on our podcast a few weeks ago to talk all about menopause and perimenopause. That was one of our most popular episodes of the year. So definitely check that out. We can include that in the show notes. So we did an amazing event with MIDI. If you missed it, DM me because we may be able to get you the replay. So DM us at Diabetes Digital Co on Instagram. We'll try to get you that, or you can email us at info@diabetesdigital.co because we know that there are folks who, maybe missed that last episode. Now, if you missed that episode in the event and you want another event that you can attend live, we got you covered. We have an event coming up tomorrow. And this is another free event. The title of the event is Cultivating a Healthy Relationship with Food for People with Diabetes. And this is in conjunction with You're Just My Type, which is an amazing organization founded by a woman with type 1 diabetes. We did a whole podcast episode with her about her lived experience with diabetes. Her name is Laura. Definitely check that out. It came out on June 19th. It was a really, really good episode. For this event, you will be able to learn how to navigate the complexities of diabetes with a personalized approach that honors your cultural foods and favorite dishes, guided by evidence-based practices. You'll also learn how to embrace intuitive eating principles and a weight-inclusive approach to develop habits rooted in health-promoting behaviors and joyful self-care. And you'll also discover that health is about more than just what we eat. It's also about seeing the whole picture and making changes that truly support your overall well-being. The event is free and it's going to be hosted by, like I mentioned, Laura from You're Just My Type and Jenny, who is one of our rockstar dietitians at Diabetes Digital. We had a podcast episode with Jenny actually where she talked about her journey with type 1 diabetes. We will include that in the show notes as well. So if you're looking for practical tips regarding intuitive eating, an interactive session with Q&A opportunities, and you want to feel empowered to embrace food freedom while managing your diabetes, definitely sign up. You can sign up for the event at diabetesdigital.co/events. That's diabetesdigital.co/events. We have the link there. The event is going to be bilingual in English and Spanish, and it's for folks age 17 and older. So we hope to catch you at the event. And like we mentioned, we're going to be off for the month of July, but we'll be back at it again in August, and we're going to start by talking about supplements and diabetes. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to this mini-sode and hearing our updates. And we appreciate you all for following along, listening, being part of the journey. Everybody who signed up for counseling, it's been amazing. And we're just excited for what the future has to hold.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode. If you're interested in nutrition counseling with one of our expert dietitians to help improve your prediabetes or diabetes, visit us at diabetesdigital.co.
Also, if you found our conversation helpful, do us a favor and rate and review this podcast on iTunes, plus share with someone who might find this helpful. You can also connect with us on Instagram at diabetesdigital.co.
And tune in every Wednesday for practical, inclusive, and culturally humble diabetes insights. We'll catch you later. Bye.